Our sponsors. The Finkley Experience, an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education, in which prepares high school students for college. For more information, visit their website at thefinkleyexperience.com. Father to Father Incorporated, a nonprofit organization that strengthens families through father engagement, with a goal to help men in our communities to be great dads. For more information, visit their website, fathertofatherinc.org. ABLAZE Entertainment. The goal of ABLAZE is to take emerging artists and develop them to the next level of their career. For more information, visit their website at ablazeentertainment.net. Thank you. It's finally here. My brand new single, Biggest Dream Come True. Now available on all streaming platforms.
Hey, what's good? It's Bashawn Mitchell, gospel recording artist, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show. Keep it locked.
You will see the goodness of the Lord.
Hey, did you get your merch yet? Your Michael Finkley merch. Visit our website, michaelfinkleyshow.com, and click Finkley Store. You won't be disappointed, I'm telling you. That's good. On the next Michael Finkley, from the NBA chorus to becoming an author, CJ Watson tells the story. Plus, the award-winning voiceover artist, Oleynick, is here. Next Finkley.
There's a new familiar face this time. Say hello to the new daytime. See it everywhere you go. New and the greatest show. It's no other than the Michael Finkley Show. There is no other. He's like no other. I'm so glad that someone resonates with me. Come celebrate with me. Let's tune into Michael.
Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, he is a former NBA player, but now author. Y'all, he's none other than CJ Watson. How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you
I am super well fantastic. I'll put it in that one.
doing?
Thank you so much for being with us. And you have an incredible story, sir. It just seems like what you touch, anything you touch turns to gold. It's like you're here with sports, you go here with literacy, with your foundation, but we're going to talk about it all, I promise. So how would you describe CJ when someone sees you or you want someone to really get to know you? How would you describe yourself?
I would say just very reserved, shy, but definitely hardworking, resilient, and just determined to reach my goals and reach my dreams, whatever those are, and to just try to accomplish them no matter what stands in front of me.
Wow. And a shy person doesn't say that.
Humble brag.
But you know what? I love that because I meet some, and even myself, I practice that being humble aspect because, I'm not better than the next person.
Right.
We all have the same opportunities. We're all unique in our own special way. So definitely that's something that stays with me, is instilled from my grandparents, my mom.
Right.
And so, I'm glad when I meet people that have that characteristic because many people don't.
Right. Yeah. No, it's like you said, this is something that my parents taught me, my grandparents taught me. Always to treat others with respect, treat others how you want to be treated, and just continue to work hard, and good things will come. You might not come when you want them to, but they'll come.
See, Reverend Watson. See, that's what I'm talking about. Like, really, and that's what it's all about. We need to we need to definitely relay that message over and over, not only to ourselves, but to others as well in 2023. Because oh my gosh, there's a lot going on. When did you realize that I have a talent for this sport that I love called basketball?
It was at a young age. I feel like I just played basketball just to play with my younger brother and my dad in the front yard, and then also all my parents played, my aunts and uncles played, cousins played. So it's something that just ran in the family, and it was just something I enjoyed. Over the time, obviously, I saw that I was getting better, and kind of head over heels over other kids and stuff like that. And I just played just for a joy and to stay out of trouble. Really, that was just a passion for
Stay out of trouble. Where you were a bad
it.
child
No,
in
I
so
wasn't a
many
bad child, but
ways?
there's so many things that can get you in trouble, especially growing up in the inner city. There's gangs, there's just stuff that can get you in trouble all the time. And I played sports. I did things to keep me active, just so I didn't have time to or be bored to go that route.
I gotcha. I gotcha. Definitely. So that was your focus.
Yeah, for
That was
sure. Yeah,
definitely your focus. Yes,
yeah.
sir. Was you said you played for enjoyment? Was the NBA something that you were striving for, or was it just I'm so good, right? And people see it.
Yeah. So it was crazy because when I see my dad's friends, I'm obviously older, but they said when they used to come to our house when I was like 3 or 4 years old, I used to tell them I would play in the NBA one day, but obviously I don't remember that. But for me, I didn't really start thinking about the NBA until I got to college. Honestly, I found out how much a bench player made, and I said, hey, if I can make $700,000, that's a nice life for me and my family. I think I can, I can live off that. So that's kind of where my viewpoint of it came, and then after that, I just kept working hard.
Wow. Wow. And sir, it paid off because in 2008, the Warriors they knocked on your door and they said, come on in. And you
Right.
went that way. And not only that, the Bulls, the Nets, the Pacers, Orlando Magic, like the list of your career within this sport is just so amazing. What did you learn about yourself in that role in your life?
Just growing up, trying to go from situation to situation. Every team was a different journey, a different destination for me to kind of learn something new about myself, different roles. Like I said, and then just traveling, I think was the main part, and doing it pretty much all by myself. Get to know myself, learn how to do things, move every year, every 2 years. So it was definitely made me grow up a little faster, and maybe become a man. Even playing overseas was tough. Like I said, just going to a different country and learning a different culture, trying to learn a new language, and knowing nothing about it. And like I said, just going by myself and just doing it, with the grace of God and trusting God that He would, protect me, and He led me to this journey. So I think I know He'll, give me through it.
Definitely. He got you through it. He
Right.
definitely got you through it. Yes, sir. So why did you stop?
I think at the time the ball, I tell kids all the time, the ball is always going to stop bouncing for no matter what athlete you are, no matter how great you are. So at that time, my body was just telling me, it's time to stop. Every day I was waking up in pain, and I don't like waking up in pain. It's not a good feeling. So I think that was just the notion for me, to stop and go do something else.
Gotcha. And that's something else. Transition over. I definitely encourage students when it comes down to literacy. I
Mhm.
love, because I'm a former teacher of,
Okay.
I taught ELA English so many years. And from my own perspective as well, I didn't like to read when I was younger. So from
Yeah.
going from that to teaching was just an aha moment for me. So you went
Right.
from playing basketball to now writing, and you have your fourth children's book, which we have now, CJ and His Magic Socks. So
Yeah.
how was that for you in transitioning from one to another, especially in this world of literacy?
It was crazy because I never really wanted to be an author. It was just something that I was sitting on the couch one day and I said, how can I continue to tell my story, but also inspire kids now that I'm not playing in the NBA? And I thought, well, every kid needs to read a book so I can tell my stories through a book. So that's how the idea came about. I went to one of my former coaches who I knew who he was an author. So I went from advice for him and he showed me, the way. And I just met this lady named Tamika Newhouse, and we started writing our first book. And then just after that, just kept going on and on. I said I have more stories to tell, and like literacy was big in my household. My parents wouldn't let us go outside or do anything sports related if I didn't have my grades right, A's and B's, and a couple C's here and there. But anything other than that, I would get a whooping, or I wouldn't go be able to play sports. So I definitely took my grades serious.
Yeah, yeah, and again, it shows. It definitely shows. Because tell us about this, because you're on your fourth book. This is
Yep.
your fourth one.
Yeah.
Could you tell us about the others? How did this? Did you want it to be a series? Can you tell us about this series?
So when we first started jotting the book and getting ideas about the book, we wanted it to be like a chapter book. But we said, hey, there's a lot of stories, and I wanted to reach kind of like the younger generation, the smaller kids, like maybe first through fifth grade. So we thought about just doing a picture book. So I thought that was a cool idea. And the first book came about was it's called CJ's Big Dream. It's about CJ, playing and trying to get to the NBA, which is his goal, and having dreams and goals to get into the NBA. And fortunately enough, he makes that dream come true and gets to the NBA.
Wow. Wow. And will the story continue after this?
I think I got some more stories, up my sleeve. I gotta, figure out how to, get them out of my mind and we jot them down on paper and really make it to, another book. But I think I got a couple more at least.
Gotcha. Keep bringing them on.
Yeah.
Because again, especially us as Black males, right?
Yeah.
We already have a stigma from society that says this about us.
Right.
But when a young Black man opens a book,
Yeah.
see themselves in the book,
Mm-hmm.
that in itself changes their lives because representation always matters.
Yeah.
So when in your new book, can you tell us about this new book that you have, CJ and His Magic Socks? What is it about?
So it's about CJ. So when I was growing up, I was fortunate enough to take a trip to Italy with my mom at 16. So it's about, getting out and seeing the world. I think the best experience is getting out and seeing the world for kids and even adults. And CJ gets out and sees the world, learns a new culture, but he thinks that his magical powers are in his socks, and all his gifts from basketball come from only the socks. So he loses his socks, but continues to play well. And then eventually he finds out, it's not just the socks, it's all his hard work, it's the determination, and him putting the work each and every day to be a great basketball player.
And that's a good lesson. That's definitely a good
sure.
lesson. Work hard, good things are going to happen for you.
Yeah.
Especially we live in a society, especially a generation where they expect these things to happen without any work. But the message in your book is so right on time. It really, really is. And not only are you giving back by way of literacy, but you have your foundation that's been in existence now, 14 years? Quiet Storm Foundation. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah, so it's a foundation. We started here in the inner city back in 2009, and we put on 3 different programs each year. Put on a Black History essay contest we have, and usually when I played in the NBA, we would fly the kids from Vegas to whatever city I played in. But now that I'm retired, we fly them to Washington, D.C., give them the tour of the White House, a tour of the Black History Museum that's been built. So it's definitely fun to see kids. And like I said, just like you said, representation matters, and seeing themselves and seeing other successful black figures, male and female. So I think that's a big thing to give back to these kids. And also we put on a free basketball camp every year. Boys and girls just want to have kids go out there and, play basketball, learn about teamwork, and learn about health and wellness. And then we also have an out-of-school program each second and fourth Saturday during the school year. So we're just trying to teach kids and give them joy and give them an opportunity that they can be successful and see success.
And again, it matters, especially coming out of COVID, right? And trying to adapt to this newfound world, right?
Right.
Not our norm, but our new norm, what that looks like and sounds like. So what you're doing really matters. Do you cater to male, female, or just male? How does that work?
It's male and female. I have all daughters, so I'm a girl dad. So I cannot be biased to any woman. But like I said, we want everyone to succeed in life, not just male or female. We want both of them to do it, and we think this world is big enough for everyone to do it. No matter what race or color, but it's definitely trying for us to see ourselves in representation in our culture.
Gotcha. So in being a former NBA player, and you're an author now, especially with this new book under your belt, do you speak a lot at different schools, universities, getting the message across to our youth of today?
Yeah, so I do a lot of book readings at schools, mostly elementary schools. Like I said, just trying to empower them. Like you said, seeing a successful player from their community, from their city, that can tell them about success, tell them about failures, and tell them how to do things and how to achieve success in life. So I definitely love going out to schools and talking to the kids, and I think it's definitely needed, and it's going to empower our next generation, because this is a next generation of future presidents, future entrepreneurs, future teachers, and talk show hosts like yourself. So it's all great for these kind of kids to see success in all different genres.
Definitely. Definitely. And again, kudos to the work that you've done and you're going to do, and you're still needing to do in the future.
Mhm.
And it's so relevant. I can't say that enough. It's so relevant and it's so needed. And it's, coming from that educational background that I have, it's just so needed. I can't say
Yeah,
that enough. It's so
for
needed.
sure. Yeah.
So what's next for CJ?
That's a great question. I mean, like you said, I'm gonna try and figure out, the next story, the next book. But like I said, from day to day, I feel like just being a great husband, great father, continue to share my story, and hopefully it inspires at least one person to do good and and give back the same way that I'm trying to give back. And like I said, just trying to make this world a better place and do my part.
That's it. And that's all we can do.
Yep, yep.
That's all we're doing our part. We're definitely doing our part. And I must ask this because I love asking this question. We accomplish so many different dreams in our
Mhm.
life. We're in season 6 of the Michael Finkley Show, but for season 5, we talked about biggest dreams. I even wrote a song about it. It became my
Mhm.
theme song. And so, what is that next biggest dream for CJ?
I think just creating generational wealth, seeing my daughters go on to do whatever it is they want to aspire to do, but just trying to teach them to be independent, be outspoken, to be great women, and hopefully in the future being great mothers, so they can raise boys and girls and do the same thing, and just keep the cycle flowing.
Keep it going. And I know
Yeah.
that it will because you're an awesome example. So I know that it's going to keep going, generations to come. How can the Think fam follow you on social media and also purchase this amazing book?
I'm on social media on Instagram and Twitter. I am at quietstorm_32. And you can purchase the book at cjpens.com, cjpens.com, or on Amazon also under the titles CJ's Big Dream, CJ's Big Project, CJ's Big Moment, and CJ and His Magic Socks.
Right. You heard it here, Think fam, and all your information is in the description below. Thank you so much, CJ, for being with us. You got to come back, so especially when you write this next book. You
Yes,
got to
sir.
come back on and talk about it. Thank you so much for being with us.
No, thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Think fam, go away.
Coming up, Paul is with us. Don't go away.
Hey, it's Erica Hubbard, actress, writer, producer, director. I'm from BT Plus's My Perfect Wedding, and you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
Hello, everybody. It's Finkley from the Finkley Experience. We're an educational consulting firm that specializes in first-generation education. So we assist students with their college and career endeavors. We train school administrators on the state of first-generation students. And also, we partner with colleges and universities to assist with their first-generation population for easy transition from high school to college. So if you're looking for a presenter or speaker that presents on these topics and so much more, visit our website at thefinkleyexperience.com and learn about all that we do. We're looking forward to working with you. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Welcome to Father to Father.
The mission of Father to Father Charleston, South Carolina is to help fathers in the Low Country area of South Carolina to be a positive and consistent presence in their children's lives. Father to Father provides community-based programs and support groups for fathers free of charge. They also help fathers connect to other resources they need so they can meet their responsibilities and secure their parental rights. Father to Father offers job coaching and employment connections that benefit fathers. Father to Father is a resource for local organizations that want to provide family support and father-friendly services. If this program is a fit for you, visit our location in North Charleston, South Carolina, and meet our friendly staff here to help and assist. Or visit our website at fathertofatherinc.org. Everybody, welcome back to the Michael Finkley Show. Now, y'all, my next guest, I am so excited to have all the way from Canada, y'all. He is an award-winning actor, international voice artist, and impersonator. He's going to actually do that for us in a bit in the interview. I'm so excited. Paul Oleynick, how are you?
Great, thank you. Thank you for having me. This is unbelievable.
Sir, when you said yes, and I saw your resume. I saw the things that you achieved and you accomplished. I'm like, whoa, because, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, I want to be a voice artist as well. I want to do different things in that field too. I'm just like, whoa, I can ask him questions about it. This is fantastic.
Yeah, well, it all started when I was like about 7, 8 years old, watching the
Mhm.
old cartoons on Saturday mornings and then starting to mimic the characters. And next thing you know, doing impersonations and have been doing it ever since.
Wow. So you found your voice at a very early age.
Yeah, like I started to practice them, right? Because it would make
Mhm.
my friends laugh. So I thought, this is great, to do an impersonation for somebody, it's great to see somebody smile, right? So
Exactly.
yeah.
Exactly. So when did you actually you started doing these different impersonations when you were younger.
Yeah.
How long did it actually take you to learn these voices?
Well, some of them came right away, and some of them I had to work at. I was always a very shy kid, and I thought I wanted to break out of that. And even my speech, I dropped my words, and and I had to work at that. And then I actually, over the years, I went into theater, and then I went into
Mhm.
broadcast school and learned how to articulate a lot better.
Yeah.
And but the impersonations, like even back in the day, I was starting to do like cartoons like Bugs Bunny and Marvin the Martian, things like that. You're making me very, very angry. I'm going to have to phase your brain, Finkley.
I love it, Paul. I love it. Wow. So, Paul, again, you're very talented at what you do. You definitely are. When did you realize that, I can use this as a profession and actually make money from it?
Well, it was after I went to broadcast school, I went to the local television station and I sat down with the creative director there and I did a whole bunch of impersonations for him. And he was hiring for a show, a half an hour show about recycling called Cleaners Inc. And he needed the voice of a dog. So I came up with one that was sort of like Beetlejuice.
Mhm.
And back in the day, and lo and behold, this half an hour show became a hit with the kids, and it won an award in Canada, all across Canada. So then I decided, well, geez, I can start making money at doing this, and I continued on, and it was weird that actually landed me my job in TV, which was creating the trailers for movies and shows like Seinfeld, Friends, Frasier, and stuff like that. And so it was a blast. Like I got to be creative, and every once in a while I could use my voice for my own spots and things like that. So it was great. And then I worked 12 years in television and then at various markets. Eventually won for all of Western Canada and did some national spots for them as well. And then I was 4 years in radio. So I had fun doing that too, because you can do impersonations there too. So yeah, so I wanted to do one for you today that I was working on. This is Mrs. Doubtfire. This is Robin Williams as Mrs. Doubtfire. Hello! I'm a hip old granny who can hip hop, bebop, dance to your drop, and you make a mean cup of taco.
That's actually one of my favorite movies too.
I know it's
Wow.
cool. It's gold. I love Robin Williams. So yeah. So it was a lot of fun working on that, and I've been working on Barney the dinosaur too. So
Barney was my hero.
yeah, and, a lot of kids' hero, right?
Yeah.
Yes. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family.
So you took me back to my childhood, Paul. You took me back. Wow. Oh my gosh. And I have to say this as well. Again, just looking at your resume and the things that you said you accomplished in radio and television, what were some of your highlights?
Oh, my highlights. Oh, Well, I got to do a rock video with the band Age of Electric, which was really, really cool because the singer is Todd Kearns, and now he plays with Slash sometimes from Guns N' Roses. And he also is in a band called Took, and he became pretty famous himself. And I got to play a priest in the rock video, and it made it up to number 8 on the charts in Canada. And so it was a lot of fun because we shot it at a nightclub, and we shot it at a hotel, and it took all night. And so we were having fun in between takes and joking around, and it was a lot of fun. So that was one of my highlights. And being able to do also some educational videos when I was younger, international educational videos, teaching kids how to go for interviews and how to approach interviews and meetings, and how to go into those, and teaching them the skills that they need. And these videos would be sold to high schools, and they play them there. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. A lot has been achieved and still to achieve as well. And do you recommend, especially in this field of being in radio, television, do you always recommend additional trainings?
Absolutely. It's good to practice on your own, but it's always good to get, there's a lot of vocal instructors out there. I was asked to teach at one time too, but because they see other people doing it, and they think that they can do it right away, right? But there's some mic technique that you need, and stuff like that. Like and articulation, and working your diaphragm, and just getting into it. I've helped a lot of people over the years. Like, people would say, that's a really cool thing you do. I'd like to do that. And I said, well, you just pick up this sort of microphone, you get this software, and you start practicing, and you put together a demo tape, and go to it. You want me to do Scooby-Doo for you?
Please.
Ramburger, Raggy, Uncle Scoob.
Another one of my childhood favorites. But I do have a request though. What about Kermit the Frog?
Hi ho, Kermit the Frog here with our special guest, Mr. Michael Finkley.
Oh my word. I have to definitely show this to my sister, my older sister, because she was a major Kermit the Frog freak, growing up.
The Alien? I've been working on Elf the Alien too. Relax, Willie. Just pass me the cat Lucky. I'm from Melmac. Oh
my gosh. When does it ever end? Or do you always challenge yourself?
There's Jimmy Stewart. Bert, you know me. Bedford Falls. Merry Christmas. How about Martin Short from SCTV?
Yes.
Okay, let's see here. Hang on one sec. Let me think what it is. Get the nurse to get some gauze. The lion's got me in his jaws. I know. It's ridiculous. They just keep going on forever.
I love it. Do you always try to challenge yourself for the next thing?
I do. Like, everybody wants me to do Christopher Walken, and I'm working on it. It's so hard. But I've learned how to do Joe Pesci too. Bad cop, good cop, okay? Spider, go get me a friggin' drink, okay? Sorry, I had to tame that one down for this one. Yeah, so it's fun. Like, it's fun doing these things, right?
I can tell you have fun doing it.
Yeah,
I can definitely tell you have fun doing it.
Yeah. So, what else can I tell you about? I was in TV for 12 years, and I couldn't believe they were paying me for something I like doing. You know what I mean? Like, it was so bizarre. Like, it was just is surreal. Like, it was fun. It was, and then I started to do freelance after radio, and just, the last thing that I did during the pandemic, when it was pretty bad, I did a virtual reality game for people that had Alzheimer's and dementia to help them with their cognitive skills. And so I got to perform like these older type voices for this virtual reality game, sort of like Cary Grant voice and Peter Lorre from the past, so that they could relate to them. So it was a lot of fun, and it feels good to do things like that.
Yeah, I can definitely tell. I always say to myself, try to find something, even in the age I am now, just always, find something that you're passionate about and you never work a day in your life. And I always
That's right. That's what you're doing. You're doing the same thing. That's right.
I am, and I just love what you do. So going back to the voices, do you try to level up every time? Try to find that challenging voice that I'm going to get this.
Yeah, well, I've got almost 30 voices down now, and
30?
Trying to get more and more voices to add to my repertoire. So like it's challenging. Like the one of the recent ones that I did too was I thought, it's fun to do the females too sometimes and try to do the female voices. So a blast from the past, here's Ethel Merman. There's no business like show business. There's no business I know. You know what I mean? You try to challenge yourself to do these things, and yeah, it's fun. It's fun. But I guess one of the most popular ones that I do is Christopher Lloyd from Back to the Future. So it's Einstein hit the time circuits on the new DeLorean. It's a long story, Marty. We got to go back to the future, future boy.
All night listen to you. I can't. Oh my word. When people hear you, what kind of responses do you get?
It's great. Like I mean, it's the feedback keeps me going. Like they just say, you're great at doing that. Keep doing that. Keep continuing doing it, and you make me laugh. Or they say you're very, very talented, and it just it helps you keep going. You know what I mean, in the entertainment business, because some people can be really cruel sometimes, and you have trolls and things like that will say, don't give up your day job or whatever, right? And it's like, come on, it's just, I'm just having fun here, and it's just like, there's always somebody who wants to drag you down, unfortunately. But thank God it's more positive people out there. I'd say about 97% of them are positive. So yeah, my following on Facebook has just grown, and like I've had since I started, like I just started doing voiceovers on Facebook first, and for my friends and family, and next thing you know, I've got almost 25,000 views of these impersonations. So like it's really, really amazing. Yeah.
And I'm so glad to hear about the positive side, right?
Yeah.
People loving what you do, and people are being accustomed to what you do and how you do it, which is amazing. How do you keep yourself motivated? Because we know you hear yeses, but you also hear nos as well in this industry. How do you keep going?
Well, how do I keep myself going? I just, I take it day by day, and I just try my best and give it 110% and say, I'm going to keep on going. Some days I say, well, I'm going to retire. I say I'm going to retire.
No, Paul, no.
Then I never do it anyways. I just, because I'm 52 now. So, but yeah, so maybe I don't look that. Hopefully I don't.
Don't look it, Paul. You don't look it.
But you know what I mean? Like, it's just like, sometimes you get negative feedback, and you say, well, I don't need this. I don't need this. I can do something else. I can go flip hamburgers or do something else for the time being. But it's just like, you say, screw this. Some people like it, and I'm going to keep it up.
Please keep it up, because you bring so much joy to us. Please keep it up.
Well, I made you laugh and smile, so it makes my day.
I love it. Paul, what are some of the things you're working on now?
I'm supposed to do another chapter for this virtual reality game in the future. There's more to that, so that's coming up. Otherwise it's just been social media. It's just I exposed myself on social media with these impersonations. Next thing you know, I'm on Formidable Men magazine. So, you never know what's going to come out of it, right? So, I've got another interview coming up, a podcast for the Renelle Golden. She's a screenwriter and movie making podcast. So I'm going to be doing that. And I was approached to do also a podcast where there's like about 500,000 subscribers for this space book and do some characters for that. So I'm still waiting on the scripts for that, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. So I'm just taking it day by day. And, I'm semi-retired, but I still do quite a bit of things anyways.
Gotcha. And I have to ask this question as well, because I'm a big component of people following their dreams and living into their passions. Paul, what is your next biggest dream?
I would love to do, I was asked one time to do stand-up comedy for like 10 minutes on stage. So with my impersonation, so what I want to do is I want to write my own 10 minutes or 15 minutes and maybe challenge myself and do that.
I want to be in the front row when that happens.
You got it. You got the VIP seats.
Right there, Paul, right there. Oh, Paul, you must come back. You have to come back, Paul.
Absolutely. I'll come back. I'll do some more voices for you.
I love it. Could one more time, because I guess he's just my favorite now. Could Kermit sign us off?
Hey ho, this is Kermit the Frog here with the Michael Finkley Show. We're signing off for this evening. Thank you so much for tuning in.
I love it. I love it. Paul, how can we find you on social media?
I'm on YouTube, IMDb, and Facebook. Join me on Facebook as a friend, and you can hear all these impersonations. Or right. YouTube.
I love it. Big fan. I'm telling you. Go follow him. All your information in the description below. Paul, thank you for being with us. Thank you so much.
You are most welcome. You're a great host. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Back in a moment.
I'm Joey Marie Urbina, and I play Xiomara in Snowfall. And you're watching The Michael Finkley Show.
On the next Michael Finkley, Grammy award-winning artist and fashion icon himself, September is the greatest with us as he talks about his time in the entertainment industry and future plans. Don't miss it. Next Finkley.
CTR Media Network is now accepting new podcasters to join our growing network that's reaching 350 million global listeners. Have you heard? CTR Media Network offers podcast production, podcast training, distribution, and product placement. Book us for your next event or schedule an interview with CTR Media Network podcasters today. To learn more, go to ctrmedianetwork.com.
Back another week. We're back another week to motivate, to educate, to better, to inspire, whatever is meant for you. And I always said since the beginning, I'm coming to make your life better. So I'm going to hit you with this one this week. Don't ask for no handouts. Don't look for no handouts. Whatever you want in life, you got to go take it. Like, you got to go out here and take what you want, because life is not giving nothing to you. The universe is not giving nothing to you. You can have a lot of blessings with your name on it, but if you don't go to take action, if you don't go to put the work in to actually go get the blessing with your name on it, you would never get it. You would never get it. It would just stay at its place, waiting for you to get there, waiting for you to go after it, waiting for you to go get it. So I need you now, at this moment, to go after your dreams, go after what you want, because it's a blessing with your name on it. It's a blessing with your name on it. It's a path that was written for you when you was born. The minute you was born, the minute you was even thought of, it was a path written for you in this life that you was meant to go down and go get after your dreams and goals and all the things you aspire to be, the person that you want to be. It was meant for you before you was born, but you haven't yet put in the work. You haven't yet put in the action. You still fearful. Get out your fearful mindset. Get out your negative mindset. Get into your bag. Get into your bag. Get into your confidence. Tap into your blessings. Tap into your power. Tap into your talents. Tap into all the things that you have, that God has given you to allow you to be the person that you can be. You slacking. You wasting all your blessings. You wasting your talents. You're not using them. Come on. I need you to really go after what you want. See, it was a time in my life where I was struggling. I was struggling to go after what I want. I was fearful. I was doubtful. I was scared. And it wasn't until this year, I ain't gonna lie to you, it wasn't until this year where I made a commitment to, I'm going out with the fearfulness. I'm not chasing after the doubtfulness no more. I'm not reacting with none of those things no more. I'm all about confidence now. I'm all about being consistent now. I'm all about being disciplined now. 100%. No more off and on. No more start and stop. I'm all the way in. 110% in. I'm ready for it. And since this year, I have started a business. Since this year, I have grown so much. Since this year, I have attained all the things that I was supposed to get years ago. But it wasn't until I learned to go after what I want and stop being hesitant, stop being fearful, stop being doubtful, and I tapped into what God has gave me since the day that I was born. And you can do the same thing, but you got to tap into it and go after what you want.
This is your Louisiana girl, Denise Boutte, coming at you on the Michael Finkley Show. And you guys may know me from Why Did I Get Married as the really sweet girl Trina, or maybe Meet the Browns as Sasha. But I'm coming at you guys from the great state of California, but originally from Louisiana, because you know I can't lose that Southern girl, baby. All right, you guys stay tuned to Michael Finkley.
On the next Michael Finkley, Grammy award-winning artist and fashion icon himself, September is the greatest with us as he talks about his time in the entertainment industry and future plans. Don't miss it. Next Finkley.